Your films and your journeys to make them, they feel like you are essentially going on spiritual journeys, and you take us with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
we feel that way.
It's what Tati, what Michael just said about Tati and what he said at Sundance that really, I think, is also a thrust behind our filmmaking. And that we start with these ideas of places that are just fascinating to us, right? This idea of like the mythology of the gaucho. I mean, it's something that is throughout South America and all really kind of extends in some ways up and even into Central and North America and Mexico. And when it's an idea, it's a mythology, and we became fascinated by that mythology. But what the hope is we're always looking to actually find the real people behind that, because you have this mythology that feels very different. And when you start meeting the real people, you realize, wow, their stories are the same. There's a universality to the human experience. And that's what we're eventually, and that's why our films take so long, is to find the simple stories that are universal and connect us all.
Yeah, this is not a hey, let's go to Argentina and shoot a movie. Yeah. This is clearly a deep and wide journey that you take.
Yeah, we love people. I mean, we love people. We love stories. We love these communities. We want to honor them. We want to celebrate them, and we do it a different way. They also have their issues in our films. Our films always, when they're subtle, we don't point fingers. That's not our style. But we want to romance you into these issues. So it's there's climate issues in this region, like Gregory was saying. Same with Truffle Hunters as climate, and we're really into community preservation. That's something we really care about. And the same with that racetrack too. The racetrack I was raised there. I was raised on Long Island, and I was raised next to a racetrack. That was my life. From when I was 4 until I was 19, 2 days a week. Those are my heroes. Those are our people, and we want to keep that alive because it's important. It's like it was the church of these towns. There were 3,000 of them across the U.S. Everybody had a cornfield. You mowed it down, and the community came to celebrate these heroes. And it's the same that we're always looking for around the world. They're very hard to find, but we think that these can really, when you experience it in a theater, you really get a chance of feeling these communities, and we think they're aspirational for a lot of people. You question, your relationship with your I guess your phone, your tech social community. Is that a real community that you're interacting
with?
Your
Facebook friends, right? Yeah.
Should you be communicating more? Should you be talking like a lot of places we know there's just no phones on the table. Even if they have them, they're not using them. They're speaking. There were newspapers. Like in Piedmont, every day they'd go down and they'd read the newspaper and they'd pass it around. And here, like we would go in these communities for gaucho. Some communities between San Carlos and Chiquana was like 3.5, 4 hour drive. I mean, over mountain ranges, no communications between the two communities, we thought. But then we'd go from one to the next that same day, and everybody knew we were coming. Everybody knew we did the day before. And it was like, how? Of course, they talk. Yeah. They're human. They talk, and that's so refreshing, having conversations with people.